after a long wait, SHAZAM, returning to the big screen with Fury of the Gods, and at the heart of the first film and the sequel is our next guest. Take a look.
Can I just see you before you go? Not this version. You. My Billy.
SHAZAM!
Is that why the house keeps getting struck by lightning?
All right, she makes parenting look beautiful. Please welcome actress Marta Milans to the Pix 11 Morning News. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Yes, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Yes, and it's good to have you here in person, by the way. We're doing a lot of things on Zoom, so good to see you in person.
Likewise.
So you said you hoped there was a sequel when the first movie was made. Here it is.
Yes,
so
it went from my mouth to God's ears, and and then we have SHAZAM Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, so how excited were you when you found out, you know what, they're going to make a sequel?
I was super stoked. We became a SHAZAMily in the first movie, Mama Rosa and all her little cubs, and to be able to be reunited and tell more of a story of such a wonderful found family it's amazing. Yeah,
and it's an awesome. The first movie, if you haven't seen it, by the way, check it out. It's so good. But what was it like this time on set? Because you had some new characters in the mix.
We had very angry goddesses that are upset because my son SHAZAM has stolen their powers, and they want them back, and they're going to take revenge on my kids. And Mama Rosa is not happy about that either.
Right, so, you know, Rosa does not wear a cape per se, but has certainly the superhero powers that a mother would have. And she's the emotional support behind SHAZAM. So, you know, kind of talk about how you get into that character and that role and what you bring to it.
Well, I think she doesn't have a cape, but she's a mother of 6 children, so she's the OG superhero in my books. And getting into that role was wonderfully easy because it's such a lovable person.
Yeah.
And she became the hardcore center of the first film and continued to be that in the sequel.
Yeah.
And people just gravitate towards her, and it's beautiful to be able to play a role that so many people get inspired by and feel warmth towards. So
yeah, well, I think a lot of people see themselves in that character too, right? With their own children, tough but sweet at the same time, right?
There's so many different things that she has to maneuver in the sequel. No spoilers, but she finds out certain things, and it's actually quite funny. She actually even has a one-liner. I didn't know that Mama Rosa was funny, and I think she becomes a little funny too.
Okay, there you go. So let's talk about superhero powers, because whenever we talk about superheroes and these kind of movies, I always wonder what kind of powers people would like to have in real life. So if you could have a power, what would it be?
It would definitely be the power to heal.
That's the first time anybody has ever said that's a beautiful one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Imagine if you could just heal all the people that are suffering, all the people that are sick, your loved ones. It's a pretty sweet power to have.
Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful power. I was going to say mine's like, you know, to fly or to, you know, but that's amazing. And so let's talk about this in your personal journey too, because I hope you don't mind if we talk about your personal journey, because while you were filming SHAZAM and playing this foster mom, you were pretty open about trying to start a family of your own, going through IVF. So a lot of females, a lot of my friends too are going through IVF right now, and it's important to talk about and have these conversations too, so if women don't feel alone. What's the journey been like for you?
That's precisely why I wanted to be open and public about it, because in my process of starting a family, I got married last year, and
congrats.
Thank you. And I have a wonderful partner that I plan on starting a family with, and the process hasn't been easy. You know, we choose career women. Sadly, they say, oh, you can have it all, and it's not true. You can't have it all. You can, but not at the same time, and you have to choose, right? So in the time of me dedicating my life to my career and now wanting to start a family a little later in life, it's not so easy.
Yeah.
And in this process, you find out, and I found out about so many friends that I didn't know struggled with what I'm going through, and I've been so open and vocal about it that they have shared their stories with me. And I thought, there's something wrong. I feel there's some sort of stigma or some sort of shame associated with this whole process, and I want to break that. I want to be, from my position of being a public person, be able to reach out to all these women that are going through this alone and feel lonely in an already very lonely process.
Yeah.
Be like, this, I'm here for you. We should show up for one another and talk about this openly, because it's not something that you want to carry by yourself in silence. I don't think it's healthy, and if I can be of any help that way, then I'm happy.
I think you are. I mean, because I think it's so important to have the conversations. And there are
For
these
sure.
things that just have stigma around them that should not have stigma around them.
Yes.
You know, I'm a parent through adoption. And I adopted my daughter, and I felt like there was always that stigma around that too. And,
Yeah.
and as you go out there and you have these conversations, you meet such amazing people along
Yes,
the way.
I get goosebumps from what you just said. I mean, not only that, even the words that are used to describe all this process, right? For example, having a miscarriage. You're like, a miscarriage? The woman didn't miscarry anything. You had a pregnancy loss. You lost a baby. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
But it's the association. It's this thing that weighs on us women, especially obviously because it's in our bodies.
Yeah.
And let's just normalize the conversation.
Yes.
Let's open it up and let's be there for one another. I think it's in this day and age where we feel so discombobulated and
Yeah.
isolated. Now more than ever, it's time to show up for one another. So I'm trying to do that.
Absolutely. Marta, fantastic. Thank you for talking about that.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank
I
you.
urge everybody to go see it. If you haven't seen the first one,
Yes,
see it first
yes.
because you need to see that one to see this one, right? SHAZAM! Fury of the Gods hitting theaters on Friday, March 17th, and we'll be talking with more of the cast, by the way, in the coming weeks. It's a big movie, so congratulations to you.
Thank you.